Hello, I'm going to show you how to make an eye pin. So eye pins are generally used when hooking a head pin onto a piece of wire, either for earrings or for a chain necklace if you're making your own link chain. Um, but in this case, I'll use it for a pair of earrings. There's two different ways to make eye pins. So the first way would be to just take the piece of wire that you're using and then just cut it off the way you would a cut off head pin instead of looped, or you can loop the eye pin around. So the first one I'll just cut it off. So I'm just going down, this is about 3/4 an inch down the piece of wire, and you can see this is a pretty thin head pin. I think it's about a 24 gauge. If you get your loop small enough and tight enough, you can use a thin gauge wire as long as it's a stiff wire. If it's a very soft wire like copper, it would be probably impossible to get it to stay durable if you're just looping it and cutting it off. But in this case, this is a thin wire, but it's still quite hard. So I bent the pliers towards me, looped it over the top jaw, and then continued my circle just like you're finishing a head pin. And then cut with the pliers facing inwards, flat part facing in. And now I'm going to take my chain nose pliers, open up the loop to the side. So if you imagine this is a jump ring or this loop, you're going to bend from one way to another and not adjust it out, just so you keep that shape of the circle. Now that it's open, I'm going to put that onto the head pin that I've already wrapped. So now it's dangling from it, and I'm going to close it up. I have this tendency to not put my pliers down and try to cut or whatever holding two pairs of pliers. I'm already thinking ahead, and then I'm just closing it tight. All right. So if you use a neat big enough bead, you can actually cover that spot where those two pieces of wire meet, or you can just string your beads, whatever size, it doesn't matter. So it'll look like that. So that's a piece of tiger's eye and a pink crystal to match the rhodonite. And then generally, if the loop is facing one way, I will make the other loop the opposite way, and it tends to sit better for some reason. So I just bent the pliers towards me, over the top jaw, continued the loop all the way around after adjusting the pliers, just like doing a head pin. Cut it off and tuck it in. So there you have it. There's a dangle. You can see one's facing one way and the other one's this way. The other option is grab it about 3/4 the way down. You might find that an inch down is more suitable. Hold on to the wire with your finger, bend the pliers towards you, over the top jaw away. Continue the circle, adjusting the pliers so that you get right back around. Now you put down the round nose pliers, grab a hold of chain nose or bent chain nose, place it on the loop as if you're squishing it flat, but make sure you can still see the point where those two wires connect to each other. So you can see them overlapping. Now I'm going to pull with tension and turn, not like a twist tie, but one piece of wire wrapping around another. So I'm going to wrap around 2 times. Cut that wire off as close as I can. It helps to have good wire cutters. Grab a hold of the loop so that you're in a position where you can see what's going on. When I hold my chain nose pliers, I always anchor one side of them and only push with one side. So one side is doing the work and the other one is staying still, and that'll close up the loop. I open up my head pin that I've already done, put it on there, tuck it back in, add my beads, So now you got that. Okay, and now same